Good afternoon, everybody. David Shahady here. Just wanted to do a video today and wish you all a very, very happy Easter. Hope we're having a great Friday and relaxing in isolation. I wanted to shoot a video today just to highlight a few of the positives that's going on out there in the real estate and the finance space at the moment as well. So what we're seeing a lot of at the moment is we're seeing, and as usual, the media scaring everybody, playing a lot of bad news out there, which is to be expected. What I wanted to jump online and do a video on is to share some good positive news. There's so much good stuff happening as well out there, but sometimes we don't get to see or hear it because the media don't want to paint that picture. They're just they're giving us the doom and the gloom. This week we've seen the $130 billion stimulus package for the JobKeeper get passed in. So that's really, really good news for businesses out there, employees, to just have that comfort there, that there's going to be a bit more security around business being as per usual, and potentially less people losing their jobs at the moment as a result of that. We did have forecasts of unemployment rates maybe hitting up to 17%. Since this stimulus package has come out, and that has been downgraded maybe to about 9%. So let's see how things end up going there. We're also seeing lenders in the finance space pass on huge rate discounts. So we're seeing phenomenally low rates, the lowest they've ever been. And we're seeing really, really good flexibility there in terms of waiving fees and credit cards. And we're seeing lenders come to the party and being able to help in all sorts of ways. But mostly with the lower rates, we are seeing potential for clients to be able to save a lot of money on their mortgages there. We are seeing that they're helping out, new clients more than they are existing clients, which unfortunately means, having to look at switching lenders to get those better deals. And unfortunately, that's how banks are. They seem to give much better offers out there for new clients than they do looking after their existing clients as well. It's also been announced this week officially that if you do need to go on the home loan deferral, where the banks are giving you 6 months repayment holidays, that you don't have to pay your loan for that period of time. It won't go on your credit file. So that's really, really good, and it won't impact you in the future to be able to obtain any new lending. So that's been officially announced this week by APRA and the Australian Banking Association as well. Also, it's been announced this week that the First Home Buyer Scheme, which allows first home buyers to buy with a 5% deposit and not have to pay any lender's mortgage insurance, that's now been extended from a 3-month period to 6 months. So that's great news for first home buyers out there as well. We're also being labelled as a country, Australia, as being in the top 3 best countries to be able to position in a downturn and handle that. So that's also fantastic. We're also seeing that listings at the moment have dropped quite a lot compared to this time last year. So in Melbourne, there's 14% less properties on the market right now. In Sydney, there's 23% less properties on the market compared to this time last year. 14% less in Hobart, 16% less in Perth. So what that essentially means is there's less supply on the market right now. And therefore, with less supply, property prices, the fundamentals of economics is supply and demand. If there's less supply and more demand there, prices go up. So that's going to really help our property market hold its ground through this period as well. Our building approvals are a lot lower at the moment than they were. So again, that's going to help support the supply situation. We've actually seen Canberra as a market that's actually been growing. There's been more demand for property in that space than there ever has been. And that's probably not a surprise because Canberra does have a lot more public servant sort of workers there. So more stability, probably more confidence there, therefore more activity as well. We're seeing a lot of strong sales in different areas. There was a complex in Ringwood, $17 million of sales was recorded in the past few weeks off the plan apartments, which is going to push that project to be done complete sooner and quicker. There's also been quite a few projects announced in South Australia. there was out of $1 billion stimulus package, there was $120 million allocated to infrastructure, mainly around transport, which is going to see things moving along in that space too. South Australia is a bit more of a tech hub in Australia. We've also had a company called Datacom have announced that they're going to be recruiting an additional 1,000 people, and that they're in the tech space. So while there's some businesses that are not doing so well at the moment, there's also other businesses that are thriving in this current time. Supermarkets as well, there's lots of jobs, being positions and jobs being hired for. So there's a lot of different activity happening there as well. But guys, just wanted to share some more of the positives of what's happening out there at the moment. Don't get too sucked into the negativity of the media. It's not all doom and gloom, and we will get through this, and this will pass. We'll see you all really